Crimson.
And this is Swan. And we'd love to know what you think of the stories.
Even if it's bad.
So leave us a comment.
Or give us a thumbs up.
Thank you.
It lies in wait amidst your dreams, where nothing is ever how it seems. It is a portal to a terrifying world beyond the doorway to nightmare. Come in. Welcome. I'm your host, Artemis Black. Do you know your neighbor? The ones who live next door? Are you friends? Do you perhaps meet with them on occasion? Have you ever invited them over to your own place? Do you really know your neighbor?
Don't you find it strange?
No, Carol, I don't.
So how do you explain what is going on next door?
Nothing is going on.
You don't find it strange that we never see him during the day? That we don't know anything about him?
Why should we? We haven't even met him yet. And haven't you ever heard of a third shift? Some people do work at night, you know.
Yes, but they have to go shopping and to the bank, don't they? He never goes out when the sun is up.
So what? That makes him a vampire?
Our mystery drama, The Next Door Neighbor, was written especially for Doorway to Nightmare by Winslow Swan and edited by Crimson McKenzie. Our stars include Jonathan Rossignol, Annie Mick, Rue Snow, and Robert Jackson. I'll be back shortly with Act 1. The poet W.H. Auden once wrote, "Evil is unspectacular and always human, and shares our bed and eats at our table."
So what did you say?
I told him that if he wanted me to continue working that case, I would need at least 3 more detectives.
So what did he say?
He would take it upstairs and see what he could do.
Which is practically admitting that he isn't going to do anything. Oh, Ted, you should be sitting in that office instead of him.
Carol, we've talked about this before. I don't want that job. I'm very happy investigating and not doing the political thing.
I think that you would do very well meeting the mayor every week.
Oh, sure. I didn't even vote for him.
Wonder what that could be.
What is it?
It's a moving van.
At this time of night?
It's pulling into the Miller's place. They must have finally found a buyer.
I don't know how. After all that work that Red Miller did, there were still leaks in the roof.
Not to mention that mold in the basement. Funny time to be moving in.
I will agree with you on that one. Maybe whoever it is could only move at this time.
I wonder who it is.
Now, Carol, don't start playing detective. That's my job, remember?
And I wouldn't dream of taking your place. I could at least be a good neighbor and bake them something. Remember when we moved in?
How could I forget? We didn't know anyone here for almost 3 weeks. The only reason we met the Millers was because of their dog.
I still miss that little moo cow.
She certainly took to you. She always tried to bite me.
No, she was just playing.
Yeah. Playing with the chunk of skin she took out of my hand.
Will you stop? You didn't even need a Band-Aid.
It still hurt. Anyway, maybe you could at least introduce yourself in the morning.
If they are moving in this late, they probably sleep in. I'll wait until the afternoon. Besides, I'm having lunch with Natalie.
Oh, God. Not Natalie.
Now, Ted, She is my best friend.
Well, don't tell her we have new neighbors. She will swear that they are dangerous and that I should be investigating them.
I think that Ted should investigate them.
Natalie, we haven't even met them yet.
Someone moves into a house in the middle of the night. Oh, no, that's not suspicious at all, is it?
As Ted always tells me, you have to have evidence before you can investigate.
Okay, don't take my advice. I will just drop by and find you and Ted lying in your blood one day, and then you will believe me.
Natalie, stop being so melodramatic.
I'm just saying that you should be careful. Don't trust anyone nowadays.
That's what is wrong with the world, Nat. Maybe if we were a little more friendly to each other, we would all be better off.
Yes, and I'm sure Brenda thought the same thing.
Who's Brenda?
Oh, you know Brenda Collins. She was that pretty young hairdresser.
What do you mean, was?
Don't you ever watch the news?
I try to avoid it as much as possible.
Oh, you really don't know then? Well, you should really get out more, Carol. It seems that she was found in the park the other night, stone cold dead.
Oh my God, what happened?
Police think it was some sort of cult thing. They don't give details, but you know me, I have my sources.
Well, come on, give.
Her body was completely drained of blood.
So she was stabbed to death?
No, that's the weird part. She had 2 small puncture wounds in her throat. Not a drop of blood anywhere near her body, as if it was siphoned.
I am sure that a particular word is now floating around at the front of your mind. I'm equally sure that you even have a suspect in mind. And I'm positive that you will join me for Act 2 shortly. It has been almost a week since the new neighbor moved in next door to Carol and Ted. Ted is arriving home after a particularly stressful day.
Carol, I'm home.
Hi, my wonderful man.
Uh-oh. I know that look.
Whatever do you mean?
Which restaurant are we going to tonight?
No restaurant tonight, I promise. I ran out and grabbed a pizza.
Oh, well, that's okay.
I even poured you a drink. Here you go.
So, you went out after dark?
Sure. What's wrong with that?
Carol, I don't want you to leave the house after dark anymore. At least for the time being.
Why? What's going on?
We found another body in the park today.
Oh, Ted, that park is miles away.
No, Grant Park. Only a couple of blocks from here.
Oh my God, is it another female?
Yes, and not a drop of blood left in her.
I thought the department was keeping that quiet.
Not after today. News crews were there before we were. Of course, we gave them the usual no comment.
Well, with you on the case, whoever is doing this doesn't stand a chance.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. Enough morbid stuff. Have you met with the new neighbors yet?
No, and it's really weird.
What is?
I've been over there almost every day this week and no one has been home.
Maybe they work at night.
I thought about that, but you would think that they would have to go shopping or something during the day.
Why do I think Natalie has been talking to you again?
She did bring up some interesting points.
Look, let me do my job and quit discussing police business with your friend.
This is ridiculous. There has to be somebody home. Door's not locked? Weird. Hello? Anyone here? Hello? Look, I'm Carol Price from next door. I made a casserole for you. Hello? Hello? Look, I'll put it on the counter in the kitchen. Hello? Anyone here? This is strange. Not a bit of furniture in the whole place. I'm putting it on the counter. If you don't mind, could I use your bathroom? What the hell?
Carol, I would call that evidence.
It was just so strange. No furniture anywhere, and not a mirror in the whole place.
You should really convince your husband to look into the new neighbors. You still haven't met them?
They're never home, and I've tried at different times of the day. No one. I did hear something when I was in there.
What was that?
Sounded like a chain rattling somewhere.
Maybe their next victim is chained in the basement.
Carol, I'm surprised at you.
Ted, they're never home. And how do you explain the lack of mirrors or furniture?
Maybe their things haven't arrived yet.
After over a week?
Well, I'll grant you that.
And what about the rattling chain?
Dog, perhaps?
No scratching, no whining, no barking.
Maybe it's not a very good watchdog.
Why would they have it chained in the basement?
Carol, I have no idea.
Look, someone's pulling in.
Fine. Then let's settle this right now.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to be a good neighbor and go over and introduce myself. Coming?
The writer Cory Doctorow once wrote, "All secrets are deep. All secrets become dark. That's in the nature of secrets." I'll return shortly with Act 3. Condemned murderer Perry Smith said of his victims, the Clutter family, "I didn't have anything against them, and they never did anything wrong to me, the way other people have all my life. Maybe they're just the ones who have to pay for it."
Honey, are you sure about this?
Look, right there. A van parked in the driveway. There's a light on in there. Somebody is home.
Maybe they are in the basement.
Then I'll keep knocking until somebody...
Can I help you?
Hi, neighbor. I'm Ted Price, and this is my wife, Carol. We're your new neighbors, and thought we would come over and introduce ourselves.
Yes, we knew the previous owners.
Why don't you come inside?
Why, thank you, Mr.
Smith. Adam Smith.
Very nice to meet you. Finally.
It's a very nice house.
It suits my purpose.
Is your wife home?
Why do you assume that I'm married?
Oh, no great feat of deduction. I noticed your wedding ring.
Oh, that.
Did you like the casserole?
Oh, so that was you?
Carol is a wonderful cook. I'm surprised that I'm not 20 pounds heavier than I am.
Yes, it was much appreciated.
Do you have a dog?
Dog? Oh, that. Yes, we have a dog.
Doesn't bark much.
No, it doesn't. Well, thanks for the introduction and the casserole. If you don't mind, I was a little busy.
Are you a vampire?
Carol!
Now, why would you ask that?
Look, I'm sorry. It's just we never see you during the daytime, and there are no mirrors anywhere.
And how would you know that?
I must apologize for my overzealous spouse. She fancies herself a detective.
I'm sorry. I was just washing my hands and noticed...
It's true. You won't find a mirror anywhere in the house.
Is there a reason for that?
I just don't like what I see when I look in one.
I'm so sorry. Maybe we should...
Carol, Are you okay?
Yes, Mrs. Price. Are you okay?
What? Oh, yes, Ted. We really should be heading back to our...
You saw it, didn't you?
What? Me? No, I didn't see anything.
What are you talking... Hey, what's with the gun?
I'm really sorry about this.
I didn't see anything.
Adam, put the gun down. I'm with the police. Whatever is going on...
Leave it to me to find a house right beside a cop.
Look, whatever it was my wife saw...
Ted, look over by the fireplace. It's Natalie.
Natalie?
Is she dead?
Oh no, not yet anyway. I take it you know her. Oh well, guess I really need to be more careful.
Ted! Ted!
Do you mind not screaming? I can't very well take your blood with all that noise!
Then you are a vampire.
Me? No. I'm just your simple, run-of-the-mill serial killer. The blood? That is for my wife. She's the one who is downstairs.
Your wife?
Of course, she may be a vampire, but I love her with all of my heart. I just don't want her eating mine. Why don't we go down and meet her? I'm sure she will enjoy you.
Carol looks in shock at her husband lying dead. She looks over at Adam and feels herself slowly descend into madness. I'll be back shortly with a final word. I posed a question at the beginning of our little play. How well do you know your neighbors? Have you ever met them? Have you seen something that just isn't quite right? Have you? Our cast included Annie Mick, Jonathan Rossignol, Rue Snow, and Robert Jackson. The story was edited by Crimson McKenzie, and the entire production was under the direction of Winslow Swan. And now, a preview of our next tale.
We can't go on like this, Natalie.
I know, Bruce. I know. I'm just not sure that I can go through with it.
What, do you think that I'm not having a hard time with this? Look, honey, we have tried and nothing, absolutely nothing has worked. This is a way out. It's a chance to start over again. Can't you see that?
Yes, I see that. But why? Why would his father summon him now?
This is your host, inviting you to return with us through the doorway to nightmare for another adventure into the world of your terrifying imagination. Until next time, slumber peacefully. Epilogue. The butler did it.